a couple of guys said, hey, Tommy, let's go up for a fun jump. And I said, oh, that'd be awesome. And I will, film you guys exits on the aircraft. So I'm coming in on a landing. It was a great jump. I jumped with my friend. And as I'm coming down, I decided to make a low turn to get closer into the pit. The total wind changed like 180 degrees. So all of a sudden I had a big gust from my backside from the north now, and it's just pushing me forward, and all of a sudden it's just driving me down like a downdraft. And my last thoughts were like, well, I don't want to hit the trailer, but I don't want the trailer stabbing me in the back. So I probably kind of got fixated on the object I wanted to miss, and I hit the trailer. So I hit the trailer at about 45 miles per hour. And what I remember was I was like in total darkness, total black. It was totally black, no light at the end of the tunnel, which I'd been told all my life was like, oh, you're going to have light at the end of the tunnel when you're with God. I was like, there's no light at this end of this tunnel. But then I thought in my head, it's really weird because I thought, oh, but there's no fire either. So I guess I'm good to go. God had taken over. He really had, because now I have no pain. I felt nothing. I felt nothing at all as far as pain or anything like that. So they tried to pick up my arm, and because I asked them, help me up with my arm. And it was like, they dropped it like, oh my gosh, there's really something wrong with your arm. I broke my ribs. I broke my scapula, my coracoid process, broke my collarbone. So there's a lot of bones, and they were like, his arm doesn't move at all. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, now I've got to still skydive because that's my passion. That's what I enjoy doing. I've got to take care of my family. I've got to take care of the other skydivers. It's always like, I got to take care of everybody. I got to fix this. So I was like, okay. He started teaching me in my mind, really. And it's like, you're going to skydive again. That's what you're going to do, because you've got to show people you have faith. And that's how you do it, is by doing what you enjoy. Two social workers, they walk in there and they're talking to me, and they sit at the end of the bed and they sit down and they talk this really soft, kind of a low voice. And they said, Mr. Fergerson, you're probably going to lose the use of your left arm. Have you given any thought to what you will do without it? And I was like, well, yeah, I have. I said, I'm going to go skydiving with one arm instead of two arms. And they were like, what? And I was like, that's what I'm going to do. They didn't know what to say, because that's not the answer that you're supposed to get. I'm supposed to be angry, and I'm supposed to be mad. I'm supposed to be upset. And it's like, people, even with my faith, they're like, you're supposed to be mad at God. God just took your arm and he just did all these things. He allowed these to happen because that's what you believe in. But that's not what I believe. He's like, he's already told me. He took care of it. Almost 8 years to the date, I had a second skydiving accident, which at that time, I hit the ground at about approximately 60 miles per hour. This time, I broke 12 bones. I'm laying in the bed. God said, you will skydive again. That's the way you witness this to other people. You have to have lived it. And now I'm having to go into rehab. I'm having to learn how to walk. I'm learning how to talk. I'm learning how to eat properly. I mean, none of those things I could do anymore. My video does have 3,400,000 hits on it. I'm kind of world renowned, because we'll go to different areas and they'll say, oh, look, it's the one-armed skydiver. It's the one-armed skydiver. And they whisper. And then we'll say, hi, and then it starts an engagement. I want people to know that I don't have to interject that I'm, a godly person. I want them really just to see me as like, well, why does he carry himself that way? Or why does he talk and walk like he does? He makes jokes, he cuts up, he enjoys life. I mean, I've had people say, well, I don't believe in anything that I can't see. And I'm like, well, can you see electricity? Can you see a radio wave or a TV wave? Can you see that? And they're like, well, no. And I said, well, there you go. God uses me. And he's like, okay, this is what you're going to do. Because there's so many people out there who are losing sight of me and just going down man's path of becoming very worldly. And God's like, you need to be out there, and you need to be amongst the limbless people and stuff, and show them that God is the way, God's the light, and they watch you and see what you believe and how you believe. And people tell me, they say, because of what you say, it makes me think again. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to, say, hey, maybe there is something there's something there. As long as I'm on this earth and I can do God's work, I'm happy and I enjoy life. Do I struggle? I'm not going to act like I don't struggle. Of course I struggle with things. I'm a human being. Even if you have tragedy, learn to adapt and improvise and overcome, or is how we always say it. It's like, things happen, but you can move on and still enjoy life.